Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletic. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Game day. Gonna be a late night. Get a little nappy nap somewhere along the way. Find yourself a little snoozy. I don't know, maybe get home, take a get home, let's say 5:30 or whatever. A little 30-minute power nap, get you through. Because it's the 9 o'clock start, which means 9:15 because, I don't know, JJ, whichever network it's on CBS Sports Net. There's going to be a game behind it that's going to push it back. It's going to go overtime. That's going to be in the Big East, probably, I don't know, Xavier and Marquette or something along those lines, or Butler and Creighton, or one of those further west Big East games. It'll go overtime, and it's going to piss you off every time they call timeout, and you're like, I want my game, and it's on the app. And so it'll start at 9:15, and Kenny will hit the air at about midnight, and it's gonna be a little drowsy morning for you. Good morning, boys and girls. With that bit of sunshine, how you feeling? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Sports Animal, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. How you feeling?
Dang, if only the Mountain West wasn't a terrible conference to tip off on time.
Better than you feel tomorrow. Are you traveling today? Where are you going? I should know this.
Utah.
You going to Logan? Oh, I know that hotel. There's a Starbucks across. Well, there's a little place right across the parking lot. But they were closed, so I had to walk in the rain down to Starbucks to get coffee. Do you do coffee before the game? Like, do you do a jolt or something before you call a game?
I'll down like an energy drink.
Is that what you do?
Or something,
Yeah.
if I have one, but
You got to be careful with the
usually
pit.
any arena I'm at,
Yep.
I'd start drying out.
Yep.
This has been a solo broadcast in case of emergency.
Yep. At the pit, you got to be. See, this is one of the things people don't know about being a play-by-play guy, right? So, you do your prep, you do your charts, you do all your stuff. You're sitting there for 3 hours, man, and there's no time to go get rid of empty coffee or get rid of used coffee or used water. And while you're talking all the time, you need to drink water. Like I always have a water bottle. But yeah, you gotta empty the tank before you get started. And at the pit, there's nowhere to go. I heard who was telling me? Was it the game you did, the men's game you did, where you ran up the ramp and sprinted up the ramp because you had to get rid of some used coffee? Yeah, those guys were telling me that story. Yeah, I think Ferris.
It's like that's the first time it's happened in who knows how long.
Yeah,
like,
that's all. That's all
happened,
Ferris knows about you. That's all. Yeah, JJ can't handle his coffee.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you got to step up, and you're not able to rise to the occasion. Stuff happens.
Was that the UT Arlington game?
Yep.
Yeah, that Saturday. They just told me that story the other day.
It's wild. I always get an opportunity, especially pregame for women's basketball. I have the 2 segments that I produce, and that gives me like that final opportunity. But man, I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
wasn't ready for prime time.
The easiest one is San Jose State. It's right around the corner, right back here, right back to you, right back around the corner. I don't know where. I have no idea where it is in Logan.
You have to go upstairs.
Yeah, see,
one of those ones.
That's the problem. But yeah, that Starbucks is right across. Parking lot. Good hotel. Good hotel. All right, so JJ's you're gonna be on the road, clean feed the next couple of days, huh?
Yeah, back-to-back road games, Utah State, Nevada for the women.
All right. Where do you stay in Reno?
Some hotel.
Yeah, some hotel. All right, game day for the Lowell men tonight. Here's what's on the line tonight. I mean, you know all about the bubble, and you got to win. Is this a bad loss if you lose? No, but you got no room for error. Like you're in a place now where you have to stack good wins. Does that make sense? And so would this be a bad loss? Not necessarily a bad loss. If you were solidly in as a 10 seed or a 9 seed. But as you sit there and sway on the cusp of the bubble alongside other teams, as Jerry Palm likes to tell us all the time, in a vacuum, you can't tell the story in a vacuum. All these other bubble teams who are winning or losing or whatever it is, you need to stack wins. This is an opportunity for a quad 1 victory, right? This is a top 75 road game, right? And so it is. Yeah, I think they're 67 is what Nevada is, and something along those lines. So this is a big opportunity. Also, a win today, and y'all can deal with your plans for the Mountain West tournament because it clinches a top 4 finish. That means a bye into the Mountain West quarterfinal. All right, so that's what's on the line today against a Nevada team who 3 days ago knocked off Utah State who is the first place team in this league. Now, a week ago, they also lost to San Jose State, who's the second to last place team in this league. So this can go either way. Jake Hall, Monday, was named Mountain West Conference Freshman of the Week, 4th time for the fabulous freshman from Carlsbad, California. He averaged 18 points, 4.5 rebounds in the wins over Air Force Fresno State. He shot 65% from the floor, 5 3-pointers, adding to his record total. And so another big week for Jake. I don't know, am I missing any of the big points on what you got going tonight? Because Nevada's getting healthy. Nevada is playing for a lot. They are currently sitting in 4th place, which is that final bye. They got a lot to play for.
Absolutely. This is going to be a fantastic game. And this is one, if you get down double digits early, I don't know if you can come back in this environment like you were able to do against Fresno State. But that when you wake up, you respond, you watch the film, and your attitude and energy is going to be different to start this game if you're in New Mexico, because it's a different opponent on the other side, knowing what's at stake. Now, for the team, and you talk about it all the time, and they look at things, but for them, it's just the next opponent. It really is. And if you have that mindset, you can be successful at this point in the season, because there's pressure throughout the year. It's going to be amped up later as you get. And for the Lobos, they know that if they want to stay on the right side of the bubble, doesn't matter if it's Fresno State or San Jose State. It's all about just wins right now.
Yeah, 100%. And again, is this a bad loss if you lose? I mean, it doesn't matter anymore, right? I mean, it just you got to win games.
Yeah, it's too late for any. So you try to spin a loss when you're a bubble team at this point in the season, because what it does is they lose means you're just at the mercy of X amount of teams around you that have to do something about it.
Right. When you lost the Boise State game at home, and not, again, is that a bad loss? It's not, but you can only take so many okay losses, right? You got to win games. And when you lost the Boise State game at home, that probably loses you the margin of error to lose this game, right? Now, if you won that game, you're probably much more firmly in right now, and you can maybe take a loss here. But you didn't, so you can't. All right, if you're going to the Mountain West Conference tournament, dude, Bobby's on me every day. Jeff, you tell people about we sold out. All right, we're almost sold out of the first bus. All right, so here's the deal. They're booking a second bus for the Mountain West Conference tournament if you want to go, March 11th through the 14th. You now have a choice. You can stay at, if you go on this bus trip, Mandalay Bay or the Excalibur. Excalibur's $495 per person, double occupancy. Mandalay Bay $695 per person, double occupancy. Get a hold of Bobby. It's I just had his number up here. It's 505-974-0215. 505-974-0215. You want to jump on that bus trip? They got 2 options. Now you guys still buy your tickets to the game, but this gets you to and from Vegas and your hotel. Pretty good deal if you want to get out there. You did that a couple years back, right? You rode this bus
like a decade ago.
Was it? That's what I mean. A couple years ago, it was the Woof 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 Express headed to Vegas, and you can go on that. I want to do a giveaway, and I appreciate that. I got to clear that through the proper channels before we go do something like that. I can't do that. Now we're going to be there. JG's going to be there with the ladies early in the week. I'll be there on Tuesday. And we're going to be there covering the Mountain West Conference tournament as we always are. I want to say thank you to the partners who continue to make sure that we are there for you each and every year. Eco Electric is your P&M authorized car charger installer. Airport parking, safe, secure, and the lowest price to park at Sunport. Frank's Supply Company is the complete source. Find every tool you need for every job. John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged. Sandia Resort and Casino, close to home, far from ordinary. And the Frontier Restaurant, an Albuquerque tradition for red and green chili, fresh flour tortillas, and, of course, fresh sweet roll. We're going to be there. I can't believe how quickly it's coming, dude. What do you got, 3 games left on the ladies' schedule?
Yeah, 3 games left in regular season.
Yeah, the men have 4. And it's postseason time. Big hoops last night. You watched a little Kansas-Houston. Kansas bounced back from that loss to Cincinnati in a big way, didn't they? Houston's lost 3 in a row.
I still, even with the Darren Peterson stuff, the freshman that's in and then he's out, I trust Kansas. They find a way to win games, big games.
Yeah, that Trey White was good last night. He had 23. They bounced back. Houston, we have a problem there, huh? Offensively, They really, really struggled last night. Now, look, the Darren Peterson thing was interesting because he played 30 minutes, 14 points in 30 minutes. I think the biggest stat is minutes played, right? Which is really never the number. Houston struggled to score. They shot just 32% from the field on the road. And Kingston Flemings, their stud freshman, was held to 6 for 18 shooting, 16 points. Kansas defensively was good last night. I mean, it's a Bill Self deep Kansas team who can make a really, really deep run.
They absolutely can. And you see it with the way they've responded. And yes, they were playing at home, but they had to bounce back after losing in Cincinnati. Yeah. And they did in a big way because against top 5 opponents this year, Kansas has been phenomenal.
Yeah. And look, it's funny. We look at that league, right? And I listened. Jonah was producing on Kenny's show yesterday, and he's like, "Yeah, Cincinnati's not that good." And I'm like, "Well, I mean, Cincinnati isn't that bad. You know, when you're 7-7 in that league, and you know, if you just look at records, I think I think their net is like 16, something along those lines. But I'm like, yeah, okay. So they lost to Houston and Clemson and Georgia and Xavier and Houston again, and I don't know. Look what they've done the last 4. Beat UCF, beat Kansas State, beat Utah, beat Kansas, beat Baylor. I don't know. And that's higher than all but 3 or 4 Mountain West teams, right?
That's correct. Yeah. Playing in the Big 12 does.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, we got a ton to do today. Coming up at 8:15, Jared Johnson's the general manager of the Goat Heads. He is going to join us. We're going to talk to him about the big unveiling of the affiliation over the weekend for the New Mexico Goat Heads, the hockey team, and the mascot, and just kind of what went into the affiliation and what will it mean as we get ready to welcome professional hockey back to the land of enchantment. So Jared Johnson's going to join us at 8:15, and we'll go Goat Heads on a little hockey at 8:15. We've got a lot of hoops to get through, big NBA stuff, a lot of NFL noise as the combines are set to go. We get underwear Olympics to stare at if you like that as well. Army-Navy game may move. And did you watch 2 of the best teams in the NBA last night? Spurs, Pistons. That was a pretty good watch as well. Got a lot to do on a Monday. 505-246-0610 is how to get here. 505-246-0610. Your emails come in this morning like they do every day. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ's on the X. It's _JJ Buck. We're on TV. Adrian produces on Xfinity Channel 26. Our Facebook page, the OD and the AM, and on ProView Network's YouTube page. Fellas, how you feeling? I care. I ask because I care every single day. Don't just wonder what's wrong. Don't just say, you know what, I just need a good night's sleep, and you get a good night's sleep and you still feel like crud. If you're feeling tired, gaining weight, losing muscle, struggling to focus, just don't feel like you, it's natural. And it could be signs of low T or hormone imbalance. I got help for you. Stop trying to figure it out yourself or wondering what's wrong. The team at Vita Vital Medical, they're Albuquerque's experts specializing in testosterone replacement therapy, ED solutions, peptide therapy. All of this will help you restore your strength and your energy and your performance on and off the field. The beauty of them, well, there's many. They're local, first of all. They know what works because it's proven all around the globe, and they will help you get back into the game with a program that's focused on you. They take the time to understand your goals, your body, your issues, what's going on with you, and then they create a plan specifically tailored to you. So don't sit on the sidelines anymore. Take action today. Just feel better now. 505-240-8559. That's the number. 505-240-8559. Or you can go online at VitaVitalMedical.com. That's V-I-D as in David A. V-I-T as in Thomas A-L. VitaVitalMedical.com. And get back to being the man you know you are. Feel alive again with Vita Vital Medical, Albuquerque's hormone health experts.
What's up, guys? David Pollack here.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletic. IPS provides residential and commercial security service in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Live with Kenny Thomas. Robert Portnoy, Hunter Green will have the call from the Lawler Event Center in the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada. New Mexico and Nevada in a game where if the Lobos can win tonight, they will secure a bye in the first round of the conference tournament or secure a bye into the quarterfinal. What it is. See the spread? You know what it is? Lobos are favored by 1.5. So, I mean, damn near a pick'em game up there. The point total 151.5. Also tonight, Fresno State will be at Colorado State. That is a Mountain West Conference game. The Rams, who just beat San Diego State up there, are 8.5-point favorites over Fresno State. Oh, look at that. Oh, no, that's not it. Wyoming will be in Boise. Wyoming, coming off that win over Grand Canyon, goes back on the road because they won in. How about that? We didn't talk about that at all. Wyoming winning at Grand Canyon. Is that the second biggest stunner of the season in this league after San Jose State beat Nevada by 17? I don't
Yeah.
got another one. Do you? The way they've been playing, go on the road and beat them like that. I beat them down there with Grand Canyon having everything to play for. I mean, so Grand Canyon finds himself just outside the top 4. Wyoming at Boise State. Broncos are 8.5-point favorites. Why do I want to watch this? San Jose State's at Air Force tonight. Spartans are 7.5-point favorites. Air Force is 0-16 in Mountain West play. And according to what you have here, there are 4 teams that have gone through Mountain West play since the league started on the men's side without a victory in conference play. San Diego State was 0-14, 99-2000. Colorado State 0-16, 07-08. Air Force 0-16 in 08-09. And San Jose State, that was a bad team. The 14-15 year went 0-18. Why do I want to watch this train?
Why not?
Okay. Fair enough.
Why not?
Fair enough.
Is if Air Force can't beat San Jose State, they're going to finish with a winless regular season in conference play. They're at Wyoming, versus Grand Canyon, and at Nevada.
Dude, I did the Air Force New Mexico game. Was it last week? And as I'm researching it, you're doing your due diligence. They've not won a game since November 23rd. That is 3 months and a day ago. That is a long ass time ago. They beat IU Indy 98-85 up in their little. I shouldn't say that. Up in their tournament up there. They won 3 in a row, dude. They beat Alabama State by 2, SIUE by 13, and beat IU Indy. At that point, they were 3-4.
You're like, all right, we're building something.
At that point, they were 3-4. They are currently 3-20. That means they've lost 20 in a row. They haven't won in 3 calendar months. They haven't won this calendar year. And it's, again, JJ, I hate piling on them. I mean, it's Air Force, crying out loud, they're going to defend our country. It's not like they've been close.
They can defend the country. They can't defend the pain.
They lost their last game 91-66. Before that, 98-61. Before that, 93-63. Before that, 91-74, 88-44, 81-57, 79-62, 96-54, 81-52, 81. Their last game that they lost in single digits was against the San Jose State team back on whatever the hell date it was, like in January when they played San Jose State. I'm looking for a date on this. I mean, holy smokes, man. Like, is this the worst team? This was January 13th was the last time they played a game that was under 20.
Yeah, there's sports Air Force is going to be competitive in. It's not going to be men's basketball.
I mean, that's your league one. UC Davis, UTEP, Air Force. By the way, we got a text on, or no, it was a text from Mike, and where is it? Oh, it's this one. I don't know who it's from. Travis. He says, "Damn, that was a look behind the curtain, a behind the scenes of a Lobo broadcast." You're saying you can't even go to the bathroom during the halftime? No.
Because who's hosting the halftime show?
Yeah. Like, you get the half ends. There's a 1:30 break. You come back. You do a segment. Talk. I don't know what you do. I usually talk with Daniel and
I just look around and be like, does anyone want to talk?
Right. I know.
They're like, speak with me.
Then you get a 3-minute break. Now, 3 minutes not time to run up that ramp and find, because then you got to go run up that ramp, run up those back stairs, run up to the up into the Davalos. No. And then you come back and you do the rest of it. You do your stats. You come back. There's a 1.5 break, and you're let's go play ball. No, Travis. There's no time. JJ doesn't have Daniel to talk. Like, if it really came down to it, I say Daniel, he'd look at me like, what?
I think so. That break from a call, I came back. I think it was like 15 or 20 seconds. He was like, and welcome back. Basketball.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here.
That's so good. Mike says the Lobo play teams that move throughout the season in their power rankings or quad level. Is it the end of the season quad numbers, or is it at the game time quad number that counts towards strength? Great question, and it's evaluation time. So when that group of people is sitting in that room making their evaluation, that's the time that matters. So you might have played a team, you might have played Air Force when they were 3 and 4, and they were, probably in the mid 200s, as opposed to playing them when they're 3 and 24 and they're 360 something. It's where they are at the end when that group of people, that committee, is evaluating. That's when the quads count, right?
Yeah, but you got to slow your roll because they're not looking at the net ranking as much as we anticipated them to.
It's this wins above bubble thing.
Wins above bubble, some of the more predictive metrics in terms of what you are now moving forward as opposed to what you have been. Very interesting, man. They just throw a lot of stuff at the wall.
So do you have this clip of Matt Norlander explaining it? When we come back, and JJ explained it yesterday, but I'm going to guess you put it on this sheet because he explained it well. Not that you didn't. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying.
It's one that the base of it, it's simple. It's just kind of like if Team X and Y played the same schedule, who would be better?
Yeah.
But when you try to throw it out there, I can understand why people just go, hold up. You're trying to teach me calculus right now.
Well, how do I know who would be better against the schedule? That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't understand.
It's computer
metric.
It's,
me and you. I'm 21 and 6. You're 20 and 7. And if we played the same schedule, how do you know how we would have played against IU?
That
Indy?
is when you can put something into a formula that spits it back out.
All right, AI. What it said. I mean, AI is determined. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Because that's kind of what it is, right?
It's very much like this is who you are. This is your strength of schedule. This is the way you play against teams. And put this formula plus that into whatever robot sits in the corner and it spits out ones above the bubble.
We believe that Cincinnati is better than San Diego State. We believe that TCU has a better wins above bubble than New Mexico.
All right, 505-246-0610. I got a bunch of emails I'll start getting through. NFL news when we get back. The combines are starting. What are the Cowboys going to do? Is there going to be ruling on the tush push? Falcons made a move yesterday. Is A.J. Brown going to be back with the Eagles? Their coach talked about that. We'll do all that when we get back at 505-246-0610. Fellas, John Thomas Jewelers is your jeweler. You don't even know it, right? You don't even know you want a jewelry store. I didn't either. And then I walked into John Thomas Jewelers, and I'm like, wow, I got a jewelry store. This is different. This is wonderful. The quality is great. The service is great. The pricing is great. The service is spectacular. Like, go by and see what John Thomas Jewelers has going on. And if you're thinking about getting engaged, they take all the risk out of the ring. How do they do that? They created the no regrets engagement, because you don't know that she's going to love it. You hope she loves you. You think she does. Is she going to love the ring? She needs to. It's custom made, fully visualized, guaranteed she'll love it, or they'll redesign it for free. That positions John Thomas Jewelers as the only jewelry store offering peace of mind through full visualization. So they'll do 3D scans. First, they got 3,000 or so men's and women's bridal rings for you to choose from. But if you want to design the ring, custom ring, full visualization, 3D scans, 3D renderings, printed wax models, on premises, custom design. They don't send it out. They do it right there. A 1-year, no penalty exchange program, even on custom rings. If she doesn't like it, bring it back. They'll redesign it for free, and a free lifetime nationwide warranty. Plus, their premium hand-selected diamonds from Antwerp, Belgium, which is the diamond capital of the world. You cannot find a better, finer, more beautiful diamond anywhere. It's category defining. Nobody else comes close to matching this. No guesswork, no regrets, no worries. No one else does it. There's no limits. If you can dream it, they can design it. There's no reason to go anywhere else. John Thomas Jewelers, it's the no regrets engagement ring. Go by and see them if you're in the market for some jewelry, or even if you're not, you're just thinking about it, go by and check out what they got going. The showroom's on the 3rd floor of the Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal, directly across to the east from the Coronado Center. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible:
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletic. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go.
Over the next, forever, but it's news season for the NFL. Just saw a headline this morning, JJ, that a little breaking news. I don't think this surprises you, but it makes the quarterback market interesting. The Falcons are going to release Kirk Cousins on the first day of the league year, which is March 11th. I don't believe this to be a surprise, but as you start talking to me about Cardinals, Jets, I would even not unconsider the Vikings when we're having this conversation, but teams that are going to need a gap quarterback. And if the Jets don't decide that Simpson is the guy or where they're going to go, is because I don't think the price tag is going to be high because there's guaranteed money coming, right? From there's money.
Well,
coming.
got the guaranteed money as part of the deal with the Falcons, and if Kirk Cousins wants to continue to play, got to understand the team's not going to give him the Atlantic.
That's 100%.
That was such a bad contract for the Falcons on top of then drafting Michael Penix that exact year. It's one thing if you do both, which would be fine, but not when the amount of guaranteed money. They dropped $90 million guaranteed on Kirk Cousins coming off the Achilles injury. And the teams that you put out there, they're on the table because someone's going to have to play quarterback, whether it's a starter because they don't believe the rookie's ready, or I think Minnesota makes a ton of sense.
I was just saying that, right? I said that, right?
Yeah, because what you laid out is just Kevin O'Connell knows him. They're not expecting the Kirk Cousins of 3 years ago, but to come in, be in the building with J.J. McCarthy, be a mentor for him, knowing that, hey, McCarthy's been off the field too. for his first couple seasons. And if you need to get out there, is there just enough juice to where at least you can stay competitive offensively with Kirk Cousins? That would make a ton of sense.
Look, there's a lot of talk around league circles that the Vikings are looking for a quarterback. And their head coach, Kevin O'Connell, has said he wants to bring in competition for J.J. McCarthy. Well, what does that mean, right? That doesn't mean somebody come in and just push him in camp and McCarthy wins the job. That's kind of why Daniel Jones left, because you were given the job to J.J. McCarthy. If it's a year ago now and Daniel Jones is available, you're probably bringing Daniel Jones in to compete. You're keeping him there. But they are obviously not convinced he's their guy. Next offseason, they're going to have to make a decision on his fifth-year option. He's going into his third year on his rookie deal. And so, look, there's obvious questions. Did we miss on this? And if you missed, they also believe the rest of their roster is good enough to compete and win now. Look, they're in a damn tough division. All those other three teams are on the up, man. And I think the Lions are going to be back. The Packers are on the up. The Bears are on the up. Everybody in that division is tough. They believe that they've got a roster that is as good as the other teams in their division. Where they're deficient is at quarterback. And if J.J. McCarthy's not the guy, then what is it? Can Kirk Cousins be that dude? Where do they go? And I think the chatter's getting louder and louder. They don't believe necessarily, and maybe he might be, but they're not convinced that he's their dude.
You have to have a backup. Because you also have watched quarterbacks go somewhere else and be good. Now, it's a team in Minnesota that they've shown, hey, whether it was Kirk Cousins or Sam Darnold, we can be good. So I can see how they don't necessarily want to pull the rug right out from under J.J. McCarthy right now.
I get it.
But you still have a bunch of dudes that are trying to be competitive. That you have Justin Jefferson coming off season who had 2 touchdown catches, and that's just not going to work for that offense.
Yeah, look, the message to J.J. McCarthy is, look, man, we're going to bring in competition. We believe in you, but we've got to have a plan B. You've been off injured, right?
Yeah, that's the best availability.
That's right.
Or the best ability is availability.
That's right. That's right. And you're not always available. And so, and honestly, JJ, I mean, you want us to be frank? Yeah, dude, I'm not sold that you're the guy. I'm going to give you every chance to be the dude. But this franchise has put a lot into you. We got rid of Daniel Jones. We got rid of Kirk Cousins. We've given you every opportunity. And I'm going to give you the opportunity again.
Got rid of a Super Bowl champion quarterback.
Yeah, and I got rid of Sam Darnold, who just won a championship. I've given you every opportunity, and I'm going to continue to give you the opportunity. But here's the deal. My job's on the line. Your job's on the line. We're in a winning business. It's win or be gone. So I'm going to continue to give you the opportunity. However, I'm bringing somebody in to compete against you. I hope you beat him. You got every opportunity to beat him. But I got to do what's best for this franchise. And if you don't understand that, young man, well, we're doing it anyway.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I mean, no, honestly.
You need a quarterback. You need a back. Now, if
and J.J. McCarthy has to understand it, right? He's got to know what's going on.
It's pro athlete, man. Like, if you don't get your job is always on the line outside of a select few, then you're not going to be successful because you have to have the urgency. You have to have the ability to grind day in and day out throughout the offseason to be ready for the regular season. And the reality of the situation for J.J. McCarthy is if Kirk Cousins comes in and is a better option for that team, your time in Minnesota is done. You're going to have to hope that your second act is Baker Mayfield, is Sam Darnold, because Kirk Cousins doesn't have anything left.
Here's the difference. Here's the absolute difference. All right. Baker Mayfield was in Cleveland for his first act. Sam Darnold's first few acts were bleep show, right? San Francisco wasn't, but he was never going to be the guy there. This guy's in what's considered a really good position. He's considered to be in an offense with an offensive guru. And Kevin O'Connell hasn't won a playoff game yet. But everybody universally considers him to be a really good coach. He got the most out of Sam Darnold. He got right? I look around. There's Justin Jefferson. There's Jordan Addison. They got a good tight end. They got a decent defense. Like, they've got everything except for quarterback. See, to me, that's the difference. J.J. McCarthy, granted, he was hurt the first year, but he played behind Darnold, or he was there behind Darnold. He got to see. They gave him the keys last year. It didn't work. Everybody else in that class is clicking. Everybody, dude. I mean, Penix might be the guy that you're not certain about, but of the 6, 4 of them have hit.
Yeah, it's been injuries that have only reason we haven't seen
Penix.
Extended play from Penix or McCarthy.
Yeah, I think Penix is going to be okay. I don't think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be okay. I think he's going to be an NFL quarterback for a while. But everybody else in that draft hit. They could add Bonet. But to me, that's the difference, JJ, about next act and how's he going to be. The other guys were in bad situations. Now, that doesn't mean he can't go somewhere else and get a fresh start. Because some guys develop later. He's not not one of those young quarterbacks either, right? He played. That was the thing on him coming out of Michigan. He'd never had to come back. They always played from ahead. Yeah, give me a guy who won a national championship, and I'm all about it. But he had never really had to bring his team from behind. There was never really those moments. He was just a solid, don't make a mistake, Harbaugh quarterback.
And when he's been on the field, he's been that. He was 6-4 last.
Well, and you look at the Monday night comeback in the first game against, was it Detroit, right? No, it was against the Bears. Yeah.
Like, that's the dude he's been. He hasn't been more yet. When he's been on the field, he's been the keep it steady, make some plays, not going to wow you in that offense, but that's exactly what you were drafting, that dude from Michigan.
I can see Kirk Cousins because I'm not bringing him in to be my long-term solution, dude. I beat him out. I want you to beat him out. But I'm bringing in some competition.
Can't beat out Kirk Cousins, then your job is done in Minnesota.
That's right. Does Kyler Murray work there?
I think Kyler Murray would be a lot of fun in that offense.
I do too.
But then you're like, well, look at what Kyler Murray's working with in Arizona.
Sometimes he's got a great tight end and an underachieving superstar.
Michael Wilson is
Michael Wilson's becoming that dude, but he didn't get to play with Michael Wilson much.
No,
Michael Wilson was late in the year.
Had him last year.
Yeah. But he didn't play much last year.
And sometimes, and Kyler Murray could be one. I think we've all discussed it. It's just time for both parties to move on.
No, that's right. And he's going to get a second act too, and he's had some success. All right, 505-246-0610. We'll talk hockey. Go Goatheads. General Manager Jared Johnson is going to be with us coming up at 8:15. Looking forward to talking a little puck. We can talk some USA puck if you want. The men's hockey team is going to be at the State of the Union tonight. The ladies will not. We'll get into that if you want. I just there's not much to get into. I don't believe, but we can have that conversation if you like. It's the opening drive. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. 95.9 FM and AM 610 the Sport Time.
This report is.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family.
That on that press level, you should remember this too. I don't know if you got this breakdown. There's only that one restroom with the 2 urinals right there, right? He comes down to the Zia level right below where it's much less crowded. And I always see him just kind of speed walking down there, and they got more options for you. So he comes down the stairs once, goes in there, takes care of it. I'm just giving you a tip for now.
So
yeah,
when I have the opportunity to fill in, I do the entire broadcast. I do not have.
Oh, you don't have Portnoy to throw to.
That is me.
So you don't even. That's even longer.
Yeah,
football's a long one. Well, Steve says, Jeff and JJ, I know New Mexico State's the same way as far as bathrooms. I had great courtside seats, but had to trudge all the way back to the top to do my business. Are there stadiums that do have quick access biffies? Biffies is a funny word to me, and I don't even know what it means. But I mean, contact. Have you heard that word, biffy?
No,
I didn't. I don't know why that's funny. I mean, yeah, I'll tell you where they have quick access biffies. If you're sitting in the top row, like at the pit. You sit at the top row, there's one right there behind you somewhere. Yeah.
San Jose State.
Yeah, that's the one.
San Diego State.
Ooh, San Diego State does?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never done a game there.
Floor level.
Okay. San Jose
like
State is literally right back
yeah.
here off to the right behind. Yeah. San Diego State.
And then everything else is in terms of being a broadcaster, going up to go up to the concourse.
All right. Kenzin said, inside radio with Dr. Love. Jeff, decades ago, I was a small town radio DJ. I was Ken on the AMs, playing the day part at adult contemporary songs. But at night, I moved to the FM side, spinning the hot hits. I was Dr. Love, once in a while, would air local high school. The goofy-sounding play-by-play dude left us pre-recorded interview with a coach or player. We could put in the tape player if he needed an extended break to find the nearest can for relief. And if there was an even longer head emergency, we'd put on the 6-minute, 30-second album cut of the Eagles' Lion Eyes. This is yet another reason we need a new state-of-the-art arena. Thank you.
Thinking ahead, I like it.
Yeah, thinking about the head. That's for sure. Yeah. All right. Yeah, just a little inside behind the scenes. Yeah. How'd that start? Oh, because there's a Starbucks across the parking lot in Logan from your hotel.
Yes.
That's how that started. Yeah. Yeah, on the road games, I usually I get a coffee on, and I didn't like the hotel coffee on that one, so just for the bus ride over. Yeah. Logan, you kind of go in, you got to walk down through the halls, walk by all the offices, come down that little ramp across the court. That's a long little track.
Yeah, Logan, I end up just going upstairs usually.
Ooh, I haven't done that. I don't think I ever hit the concourse. All right. Other NFL stuff, by the way, George Pickens, I think I told you this days ago, is going to be franchised by the Cowboys. And for some reason, this just kind of hit yesterday. Roughly $28 million. That was last year. Now it's going to be $40 million. He's going to have $40 million on the tag. Is he going to play? I mean, he does, right? He's not going to walk away from $40 million.
No, it's 28.
Oh, is it 28? All right, he's not walking away from $28 million, is he? I know he wants a long-term deal.
Yeah, so I think they'll play the back and forth game
Let me tell you how this
over this summer. But when it comes down to it, if he's looking at guaranteed $28 million, you play the season.
Let me tell you how this works in his favor. Can I tell you this? Because they're not going to make the same mistake the Bengals. They're just not. They're not going to go sign 2 receivers north of $30 million like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase thing, and then you got no money to spread around the rest of the roster. No team can afford that, and we found that out. I think he's got the option to go make a bunch of money this year. $28 million is a good chunk of gel. And have that year and in next offseason, because I don't think anybody's ready to pay him as a number one yet. If he has another season like this, somebody next year will sign him to a healthy, not top of the market, but a number one receiver contract in the offense. He has an opportunity to go bet on himself, go make a bunch of money, have a big year, and somebody will sign him as he goes into his prime or as he continues.
I think somebody would sign him this year.
Do you?
To a $35 million deal.
All right. I think that's where that. All right. We'll talk some hockey coming up in the next in the next hour. Army-Navy game may move. The Charles Bediako thing is interesting, too. He's the Alabama player who was pro and came back and went through the court, so we got a latest ruling on that. I want to tell you about my landscape that I love so much, and that happens to be LaBarge Landscape. And if you are thinking of a landscape transformation, I would strongly suggest you call them because I did, and I love what they do. I spent a bunch more time in my yards. I love what they did. If you're thinking about a landscape transformation, there's nowhere else to go. And do it now because they're going to start getting busy here. The weather's getting nicer. People who get to enjoy that beautiful landscape transformation are those who call LaBarge Landscape now. You know what they want? They're going to create it for you. You're going to love it for years. You just know you want something, but you're not sure. You got space and, hey, help me out. They'll send their design team and create something that you're going to love for years. They are licensed, bonded, insured, family-owned, family-operated, 33 years in this market. Everything you want. I love what they did, and you will as well. Also, you still need to clean up? They'll do that for you as well. That's what I needed, a big old cleanup, and they took care of me. LaBarge Landscape, I love them. You will as well. LaBarge, LaBargeLandscape.net. All their photos are there. And then call it 505-345-3000. Area code 505-34000. Let me give it to you again. 505-345-3000 and make an appointment. Whether your project's small or large, the answer's easy. It's LaBarge.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Sports Animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Game day for Lobo basketball. The men will be in Reno with an opportunity to clinch a bye in the first round of the conference tournament, so you can secure your plans. You can get on the bus, Bobby, or you can make your flight, or you can drive your car, or however you're getting out there. We're looking forward to being there in just a few weeks for the Mountain West Conference tournament. The final one that'll look like it has, as you recognize it. Opening drives in your ear on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. NFL Combine Week. There's a lot of news going on in the NFL. The Lions are going to play a international game. They're going to go to Munich, Germany to play. The Falcons yesterday franchised Kyle Pitts, their tight end. They're going to release Kirk Cousins, quarterback, on March 31st. The Cowboys have franchise George Pickens. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Ty Simpson's going to throw at the combine this week. What's your biggest NFL story? A.J. Brown may or may not return to the Eagles.
Oh, man, it's going to grow with the connecting the dots over the next few weeks of the veteran quarterbacks available versus how teams feel about this draft class. We know Fernando Mendoza is going number 1 overall to Las Vegas, but then there's going to be guys that teams will take a shot on. And who's going to be the Tyler Shuck that gets drafted in the second round and ends up playing a lot of football for our team this season? Going to start those discussions throughout the week and get to know a lot of players that will be impactful rookies that you might not have heard of. And that's what I like about the scouting combine, not necessarily just for all the numbers, but it's the like refresher and the first chapter to the NFL draft. Like, all right, this is the next wave of guys that you hope are the foundation for your favorite football team.
Yeah, you'll watch it. The A.J. Brown story is a little interesting. The Eagles coach, Nick Sirianni, said that there's mutual interest with the team and with A.J. Brown to return. Him staying with the Eagles, but he's not going to commit to it. Quote, yeah, my expectation is he wants to be here, and obviously you want good players like that in your building. As Howie Roseman, the GM, said, it's hard to get good players in this league. AJ's a great player, and AJ's a good teammate, and AJ's a good person. Does he want to be here? Yes. Do I want him here? Yes. That was part of his quote. So then he was asked directly if Brown will be here next season. Right? Do you want him here? He's a good guy. He wants to be here. I mean, will he be here? Quote, Coach, will AJ be here next season? I think there's still a spot. Like, I can't guarantee how anything's going to play out in the next season. I'm thinking I'm going to be the coach next season, but you can't guarantee anything past tomorrow. No guarantees.
People were losing their minds when this story dropped just a couple hours ago about that quote.
Why? That he might be fired?
That he put himself on the hot seat, but then he wasn't committing to a player.
Well, it's not for him to commit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what do you want him to say? Because if he comes out and says, yeah, A.J. Brown's going to be here regardless. A.J. Brown's my wide receiver. And then Philadelphia's like, you know what? We just got offered a first-round pick for A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
We're making this move.
And he looks like a clown.
And then he looks off.
Yeah.
What are we doing sometimes? Like,
well,
I thought his first quote was great.
I agree
and
with
then he should have just left it at that. They're pressing him because they want the comment. They want the A.J. Brown versus Sirianni stuff. If I was him in that situation, been like, yeah, just laid out my thoughts on A.J. and I'm excited to move forward.
First of all, Howie Roseman is the GM and deals with player personnel. Now, does the coach have input? I would like to believe he. I don't know how that operation operates, that organization operates. I'd like to believe that the head coach has input. If I'm Howie Roseman and I'm the general manager, I'm considering moving a player of his caliber, I'd like to believe I'm consulting my coach, right? But maybe not there. The bottom line is he's not the bottom line. In my perspective, you want to improve in all areas, and you do that by and you don't do that by subtracting. That's Howie Roseman. All right. Look, this is a guy. Is he still the elite? I mean, when you talk about the best receivers in the NFL, because I'm going to tell you right now, numbers-wise, the two best receivers in the National Football League are not the two most imposing figures. They're not the big, tall. Right now, it's not CeeDee Lamb and A.J. Brown and Jamar Chase. You know who they are? One guy's a smaller guy who goes over the middle and catches a ton of passes in Jackson Smith and Jigba. And the other guy was a fifth-round pick who makes his money on running routes and after the catch yards and running through dudes and Puka Nacua. Those, to me, I mean, go look at the numbers. Those are the two best receivers over the last few years in the National Football
Yeah,
League.
they have the numbers and the talent. The top-tier wide receivers in the NFL, pretty good. And A.J. Brown, I think athletically, he's touching that.
Okay.
So I still think he's there because even in a year where Philadelphia can't throw the football, they're not getting A.J. Brown enough. You get 78 catches, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns in a bad year.
So let me play the other side of this for you for a second. I think there's a real school of thought, and I certainly dabble in this, that they are not using that talent to its maximum potential. Meaning the Eagles are not using A.J. Brown to his maximum. The reason? That's not their offense. Okay? They got Saquon Barkley. They got other receivers. They got a tight end who you can start making an argument is after the guy in Arizona is as good a pass-catching tight end as anybody. Goddard's become a stud. Goddard has become a weapon. Okay? And so that's not what they do. So are they, because that's not what they do, and I don't believe that they're going to completely change their offense because they have that one dude, does it make sense then to entertain offers? Hey, I got offered a 1 and a player, or I got whatever it is. This is a really, really, really rich wide receiver. You can go find a good wide receiver in this draft. Now, can you find an A.J. Brown? Probably not, but maybe. But do you need an A.J. Brown in this offense? You've got one. You're not super utilizing him. So if somebody wants to offer you a haul for him, why would you not listen?
It's an offense that features 2,000-yard wide receivers.
And he's one of them.
Devontae Smith is there.
Yeah.
But A.J. Brown wasn't happy after they won Super Bowl.
Yep.
Always something popping up.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts is not going to be Matthew Stafford. You're not going to call the offense like that where you're able to feed Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams at a really high level constantly. That's not his game, and that's not how they won the Super Bowl.
And as long as I got Saquon, I don't need to.
Yeah, and if he wants to still be that guy that just wants to be a top 3 receiver, okay, then I'll send him somewhere else. I'll get my draft capital.
That's my
and
point.
We'll move on.
That's my point.
Exactly.
And there are so many. There's like 11 really, really good receivers in this draft. I could probably get one in the second round. If he wants to go so badly, you know what? Asset me up. Because my team's really good. I'm not utilizing him to his potential. He's, Frankie, to your point, we win a damn Super Bowl and he's not happy. So I'm listening to offers and I don't know, give me a team that he turns them over the top. Because, I don't know, the Bears, let's just say, put them on the Bears.
If a team, I don't know if a first-round pick would be involved, you'd love one. That's what you'd ask for one. How you... No, I don't see that working for the Broncos.
What about the Chargers?
I think everyone would like A.J. Brown.
What about the Chargers?
But he would go, and it's the same system they run in Philadelphia. They want to run the football.
They run the football, but look, when they were winning, Herbert threw the ball a hell of a lot more early in the season.
The answer to that question is yes.
Yeah,
Denver would be better with him. Yeah. The Chargers would be better with him. Now it's like, what are you willing to give up to get him? Are they going to hold out for a first-round pick? And Howard Roseman ultimately say, hey, if we don't get first-round draft capital back, then we're going to hang on to what we still believe is a very talented player.
Where else he works? And tell you what, because they're done with their receivers. San Francisco. He works really well. You put him in that offense? I mean, they're done with Ayuk.
And if it's a late first-round pick for San Francisco, and if Philadelphia's on board with that, that's a fascinating one.
All right, we're going to talk some Goat Heads when we get back. The new professional hockey franchise in New Mexico is in Rio Rancho, and they are the Goat Heads, and they have an affiliation, and they have a mascot, and they have tickets on sale, and they're rolling. And we're going to get into that when we get back. Their general manager is Jared Johnson. He's going to be with us, talk about how they got the affiliation with the Avalanche, when they have this figured out, what it means, and let's catch up with the Goat Heads next on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Time.
This report is sponsored by Tide.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletic. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood.
A hockey rush and the pride in hockey. We had this conversation yesterday. Even my buddies who really don't watch a hockey game were all fired up about hockey. The USA men and women both winning gold over the weekend, and the country just swelling with pride about hockey and just great games to see. And of course, beating your rival, beating Canada made it even better. And the same weekend, the Goatheads announced their NHL affiliate and their mascot. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. It was a big weekend for hockey and locally as well. It was announced over the weekend that the Goatheads, the AA affiliate of the Colorado Avalanche, and the Avs just happen to be the best team in hockey right now in the National Hockey League, 37-9-9. They're first of the Western Conference Central Division. They're leading the NHL right now with 83 points. I don't know if it was a precursor when the Goatheads colors were burgundy and steel blue, but it all is going to line up right up I-25. The general manager of the Goatheads is Jared Johnson, and he joins us this morning on The Sports Animal. Jared, good morning. How you living?
Morning, guys. Thanks for having us on.
Congratulations on a big weekend. I know a lot went into it, and I know you guys were sitting on it for a minute. Just to be able to release all that news to the public that you had as proprietary information for a while had to be really nice. The way it was received was wonderful.
Yeah, it was awesome. We knew a lot of people were going to show up to the block, but didn't expect that kind of crowd. And yeah, once it was revealed and everybody went crazy, then I knew we were in a good spot with who we ended up with. So,
how did this all happen? How does the conversation go? So you guys you became a franchise. and you're looking for affiliations, and naturally it makes sense to be with the Avalanche and the Colorado Eagles. However, it's not that easy. So, I mean, the Reader's Digest version, how did it come to be that you were able to nail down this affiliation?
Yeah, it was actually pretty easy, to be honest. The Avalanche's current ECHL affiliate moving to New Jersey at the end of the year, so they were kind of already starting to look for somebody new. And as we, kind of started to talk about that internally, they reached out to us through the commissioner, and within a couple weeks, we had kind of started to talk. And they came out here actually before we even did the brand reveal and toured the arena and checked out the market. And then, we've probably known officially since October, and since then it's just been getting the contract together and signed. And only team we ever talked to, and it was pretty easy on our end. So,
geographically, it makes so much sense. And I don't know if they talked to the Rockies at all, as far as, and players aren't going to go necessarily up and down from the Goatheads to the Avs, but they will maybe up and down to the Eagles. Was there any conversation, do you know, from their level, like with the Rockies and how they've worked with the Isotopes and how that works geographically and both player wise and certainly building fan base?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they did. It's hockey. They've tried to kind of regionalize affiliates in recent years, and closest team to us. So, if they need to call up a player quickly in the morning, they can get up there within a couple hours on a flight, and vice versa. Kevin and his team can fly down and catch the games and be home that night. So worked out perfect. And definitely, we probably would have taken anybody as an NHL affiliate, but we really like who we ended up with, not only on the hockey side, but on the regional side too.
Yeah, the best team in the National Hockey League right now. Jared Johnson's with us. He's the general manager of the New Mexico Goathead.
Jared, there's going to be a lot of work that you guys will continue to do, but just in terms of the stability, what the ECHL is, having that NHL affiliate, what does that do just in terms of the stability it gives you for a roster year in and year out, and just really the time that you can develop this franchise really off the ice?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, the Avs are obviously the best team in the NHL right now. I think they start play again tomorrow night, but they'll supply most of our roster every single year, similar to the Isotopes with the Rock. Well, that'll be a good scenario there, because our out and find a whole team just on their own, and resource wise, just having the Avalanche guys there to deal with our coaches on a day-to-day basis will be real. But yeah, I mean, we revealed the mascot on Saturday as well, so really excited to get him out into the public here. We're actually on our way to a TV news appearance this morning as well. So, but excited for him to get out and kind of be our face of the community here for a little while, until probably we kind of get into having a coach on board here in a couple months.
Jared, what's it been like for you and your staff as you learn Rio Rancho, you try to activate that city, and just seeing the response already to what you guys put out there?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, I didn't know what to expect when I came out here, but even before the affiliate announcement, we had about 1,100 season ticket deposits or so. We're up to almost 1,300 just in the last couple days. We had our best merch day and merch days since Saturday, best sponsorship week in the past week or so. So it's been really good. I think we've got a pretty good hold on the Rio Rancho market, but now trying to really focus Turkey, since it's so much bigger, and some of the surrounding areas too. But I would say we're way ahead of schedule on everything to make us successful right now, and still had 8 months to go.
Jared Johnson's the general manager of the Goatheads. Hey, Jared, help understand a little bit for fans who don't get it. You kind of compared a little bit the player and the roster construction to what the Isotopes Rockies do. So how much control over your roster will you or will you not have, and how much will be dictated by the Avalanche?
Yeah, so the Avalanche will have full control over any of their contracted players, whether they're Avalanche contract or Eagle contracts. They'll have full control over those guys, and then our head coach, which they'll have a say in that process as well. I wouldn't say it's probably as much control as say the Rockies do with the Isotopes, but they'll work hand in hand with our coach on developing a system that kind of as closely as possible fits the Avalanche and the Eagles already, because they want those guys to kind of be prepared once they do end up getting the call.
Yeah, and you refer to the Eagles. For those of you who don't know, that's the Colorado Eagles. They're up just north of the arena's like just kind of south of Loveland, right? North of Denver.
Yep.
That's the AAA affiliate of the American Hockey League. And then that's the second tier, and then the East Coast Hockey League, which will be the Goatheads. That's where this team will be. All right. Home run on the mascot. He looks great. I thought the name was perfect with Billy the Goat, with the Goatheads and Billy instead of, Gerald the Goathead or, whatever. I thought you guys nailed it, and it feels like the reception has been pretty good.
Yeah, he came together good, and we knew kind of from the start that we wanted him to look, kind of goofy and somebody that the community would receive well. And I think we've got fans can vote on the number he's going to wear on the back of his jersey for games and out in the community. And I think we've got like 500 or 600 submissions on that already. So we got to sift through those and decide on a number.
All right, Jared, when will you guys drop the puck? I know the schedule's not out yet, but when should fans start thinking, all right, I'm going to go ahead games? When?
Yeah, mid-October. I'm still working on the schedule with the league. Hope to have at least some kind of draft here, probably in a month or so, and then hopefully sometime in April we'll have a public schedule. And but yeah, mid-October we'll be dropping the puck and pushing hard for us to open that first weekend at home. And whenever that comes to be, that'll be a huge weekend for not only us but the whole area.
I know you're working on promotional schedules as well, and I stay in touch quite a bit with some of the former Scorpions, and they've been dropping some hints. There might even be like a throwback night, a Scorpions night, and I know you've reached into some of the history of hockey as you've learned what's going on in this market. And I don't know if there's anything you can share, if that's some of the promotional stuff that you guys are working on, but everything I hear coming out of there is pretty exciting.
Yeah, definitely planning on doing some kind of throwback night or throwback weekend. I think that's really important for not only us, but the fan base as well. And then the ECHL has a really good licensing program, so we'll be able to kind of dip into that, have your Star Wars nights and stuff like that. So we've already kind of started those conversations. So once we get the schedule, we can kind of plug stuff in and be ready to announce it.
Nice. Well, congratulations, man. It's off and running, and October's going to be here quickly. You get a head coach. What are you thinking? Like early summer?
Yeah, I mean, we actually, I told one of the people here that was at the event on Saturday, I think we've probably gotten about 100 plus resumes so far for coaches, and it's not even officially posted by any means. So, and the Avalanche were very excited with some of the names that were on there. So, I mean, we're kind of starting that process already with them, what that's going to look like and kind of our timeline. But yeah, I'd say, probably, maybe sometime in April or May, we've got somebody, and, obviously want the best coach possible. And the Avalanche have the better connections than we do in that world. So I think we'll end up with somebody really good. And hopefully here in a couple months, we'll have somebody here and ready to go.
Who makes that call? You or the Avs?
I think technically it's us, but they, like I said, obviously want to have a pretty big say in it. They want whoever we hire to kind of run similar systems that they do with the two teams in Colorado.
Sure.
And but like I said, they're more connected than us, so they'll be able to get us in contact with some better names. So.
nmgoatheads.com is the website. The merch is up. It looks really, really cool. The season starts in October. Coach is coming soon. Congratulations, Jared. Big day last Saturday up in Rio Rancho, and lots more to come. Appreciate you spending some time with us.
Yep. Thanks again, guys.
All right, be well. He's Jared Johnson, the head coach. No, he's like, don't make me that, dude. The general manager of the Goat Head. Yeah, don't make me that. Look, I think they've hit it. I bet Billy was the perfect name for the Goat.
Solid.
Perfect. Just perfect. Let's not get too cute. Let's go to basic. And I thought the mascot looks good. I didn't know if it was a precursor, but it sounds like maybe it was, huh? The colors of the franchise.
Yeah, going back to October.
Well, and he said they were.
Yep.
They toured the building, and so maybe that was intentional as well as we all thought maybe it was.
Makes a lot of sense. Works out. That's a very good franchise. In the Colorado Avalanche, I know people, when minor league teams come in, there's always thought of, they're going to be gone in X amount of years. But the affiliation with a professional franchise is huge. It gives you some stability. And I think they've done a really good job of being able to focus on Rio Rancho, get that city ignited for something, because it has to start there. And then, you start branching out and getting fans from all over.
All right, you can respond to that. I want to reset when we get back. We got the hoops tonight. We got a lot of NFL news coming in. I got some comments on hockey, Olympic hockey. I want to get into the Charles Bediako thing, too, the court case with the Alabama player who played professionally basketball and wants to play back in college. It's the opening drive, 505-246-0610. Come on and play radio with us on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Channel.
And you would typically use with the fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletic. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing.
Ronnie put one in on the text line, 505-246-0610, says Jeff and JJ. Mikko Rantanen is out with a lower body injury from the Olympics. Not sure what that means, but it's definitely a con of NHL players playing in the Olympics. Ronnie, yeah, like Sidney Crosby, right? He got hurt in the Olympics. We watched his knee. I mean, this is, yes.
But these guys pushed to play. The NHL players wanted to participate in the Olympics. You saw how special it was. You saw how much it meant to both those teams that got to the gold medal match on Sunday. And, coming off, the 4 nations faced off last year, and then to have that momentum coming into the Olympics, that to me was the highlight of it. There were good stories throughout the Olympic Games and people that have worked their entire lives to win medals, and they did. But to cap it off with that game was phenomenal.
And it's worth it to them. It's the same conversation we have, I think, with the Lindsey Vonn. There's something special about wearing your nation's colors your nation across your chest. And for the Canadians, it's the maple leaf. For the United States, it's the red, white, and blue in the USA. And for the Europeans, it's the same thing, whether it's Finland, Slovakia, whoever it happens to be. There's something special about that. Is there a risk you might get hurt? Yeah, there is. And for these guys, it's worth it. And I don't have a problem with it. I know some people do, and it becomes a problem when your guy gets hurt. It's the World Baseball Classic, right?
Yeah.
Should Tarek Skubal go out and throw? He's going to throw one game. I mean, look, man, you may get hurt in spring training. So, all right, let's go to you. 505-246-0610. Brian, good morning. Thanks for holding. You're on The Sports Animal. Hello, Brian.
Hey, guys. Yeah, I'm going through withdrawals on the Olympics. I really enjoyed the Olympics this time around. It was, those last two hockey games, the women's and the men's, were just off the chart. But that's not what I was calling about. You had talked about, is there a basketball player that's in the pros right now that wants to come back and play in college?
Yeah, there's a guy named Charles Bediako who played. He had a 10-day. It was a two-way contract in the NBA and the G League, and
played in the G League for the last 2 years.
Yeah, he played 2 years in the G League, had a two-way contract, and then he went back to Alabama and went and got a temporary injunction, and
played 5 games.
He's asking the Alabama Supreme Court now to allow him to continue to play, to get him interim injunctive relief, because the lower court below the Alabama Supreme Court has said he can't play. So there's been one judgment said he could play, so he played. There was another judgment that came in from a higher court said he can't play, so now they're going to the Alabama Supreme Court to get him to play.
What's the current amount of years? Do you get like 6 years to get 4 years of eligibility? How does that work?
Brian, I don't know that it matters anymore, right? I mean, you got like the Lobos have a 23-year-old freshman who played how many years of professional basketball in Croatia? Right.
No, and I tell you, we talked about the NIL and some of the problems and stuff, and all the money that's being thrown at these athletes. The athletes, I don't mind them getting money.
Right.
There's got to be some kind of sanity. You got to lay some kind of laws down. But I think what's going to be a huge driving force that I don't know that many people talk about is the attorneys and the agents that are involved in this. They are making a killing.
Yeah, they are.
And they're going to be pushing for this stuff as hard as
they already are. They already are. Brian, they're making up to 20%. And they're already pushing hard. And that's who's driving all this, right? Who do you think's telling these guys, hey, you didn't make it in the G League, go back and play basketball in Alabama? Who do you think's driving all that?
Yeah, it goes back to that whole thing when you're trying to figure out where the problem's at. You go, just follow the money.
Yeah, that's where it is. All right, man. No, appreciate you.
Guys, have a great day, man.
You too. All right, let me give you the story here. So a couple of weeks ago, Charles Bediako ended his second stint playing college basketball. He's now asking the Alabama Supreme Court to give him interim injunctive relief. He wants to play the rest of the season for Alabama. His attorneys made the request of the court yesterday. Big guy, he's a center. He's a good player. There was a circuit court judge who denied his preliminary injunction to continue playing going forward. Right? So here's his deal. He played at Alabama. He was good, 2021 to 2023. He signed a number of NBA contracts. He was playing in the G League. And then a Tuscaloosa County Circuit Court judge, imagine that, probably an Alabama Crimson Tide alum, right, granted him a temporary restraining order in January to play this season, which was groundbreaking. And I don't know, JJ, I mean, if you go to the Alabama Supreme Court, so that's the one that matters. I guess you got to go through state courts all the way. I mean, it's got to be heard somewhere, right? Well, I played this season, 10 points, 4.6 rebounds. The Crimson Tide were 3-2 in this game. One of his attorneys, quote, "The request is to put in an injunction in place while the Alabama Supreme Court considers the substance of our argument as to why we believe the circuit court's order was incorrect." Basically, they're trying to buy time to get him through the season. If they say no, well, whatever, he played and he got him through the NCAA tournament. The motion for the appeal says that Bediako, the player, has to play now because the season's almost over. Well, yeah. A judge ruled against the request for the preliminary injunction. He's been a regular student. He's back in school, helping out the Crimson Tide as a member of the scout team. And that's what they're looking for. Alabama, in their statement, said, we understand that Charles is pursuing an appeal in his case against the NCAA, and ultimately he must do what he considers in his best interest. The university continues to support him, blah, 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 as he gets his degree. I love how they throw that, as he continues to get his.
And you could do that without playing for Alabama. But
yes,
to me, this is not. The money is why these guys do want to come back, but this is an eligibility. We got to figure out what is a college athlete. Because is it, hey, you play 2 years in a G League, you're still fine? What level? Because people that might be frustrated about this, you're starting center of global basketball, play pro basketball overseas. Is that different than a G League?
I mean, you got to tell me.
That's what we have to figure out.
Somebody's got to figure this out. Look, this guy signed a 2-way deal with the Spurs. Multiple 10-day deals. Extensive time in the G League. Now, other G League players have been cleared to play, right? James Nagy was the 31st pick in the draft. That's 2 years guaranteed NBA money, right? When you're first round pick. 2023 draft. Then he was granted eligibility by the NCAA. The difference between those two is Bediako and him. Bediako never signed NBA contracts. He never played college basketball. Najee did, right?
Bediako played college
Bediako
basketball.
never signed an NBA. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did Najee?
No.
That's where I mixed it up. Yeah. Look, I mean, this is. I know what's always been isn't what always will be. I do feel that if you play pro basketball, you probably should be playing college basketball. That's my feeling.
Across the world?
It's professional basketball, right? Or there's needs to be a distinction. Is there a level, right? Is the G League considered the second best league in the world? Is one of the European leagues considered better
There's
than?
No way the G League is considered.
Okay, the other leagues may pay better, right? But what's the second best league in the world? Is it NCAA college basketball? What's the second best league in the world? The NBA is number one. What's the next best league in the world? And so there's got to be a cutoff, right? And there's got to be a delineation that you can't play in this league, or this league, and play college basketball. There's got to be a tiering, or you just say no professional basketball. But there's got to be some delineation somewhere, don't you think?
Yeah, to me, that's what it comes down to. Is what is eligibility? The money's going to be there. That's going to be there regardless. But it's the guys that are coming now from the money from overseas, from G League teams. What is eligibility? Because to me, it would be very hard. Not hard, but to tier it, I guess you say, all right, G League in Spain and.
All right, so.
What would be?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at an ESPN article but it's 27. That doesn't, I mean, did that matter? The Euro League is considered the second best league in the world, trailing only the NBA. Other leagues, the Euro League, Spain's Liga ACB, Australia's NBA or NBL. Carmelo Anthony played there. I'm not smart to figure this out. I need Fran Fraschilla. We got to take this break. We're super late. Let's continue this on the other side, and you can get in on this. 505. Where would you cut it off? Should guys who played pro ball, period, be able to play college basketball? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Zone.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletic. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all.
Well, we're not going back to this, but I'll read it for you anyway, because HB is going to tell me what a college athlete is. He says, JJ, you asked the softball question of the week. What is a college athlete? Let me hit it out of the gym for you. Told this story on the OD before. I remember watching a game at Bears Place when Royce Only made a shot from the parking lot but ran down the Haskins Field shushing the Miners. There was a Lobo fan next to me that gleefully reminded UTEP folks to get used to it. He was a freshman and he'd be doing that to the Miners for 3 more seasons. To me, what college sports is all about. Guys put on uniforms as pimply-faced boys who follow their development until they run down that ramp for the last time on senior night as men. It's not about catching lightning in a bottle with a bunch of mercenaries that combined high school and college have already been at like 15 different programs. It's not about bringing back dudes whose senior night should have been 3 or 4 years ago. Those are not college athletes. HB, it's romantic. It's beautiful. It's nostalgic. I'm not going to argue that I don't kind of feel the same way, but we're not going back to it. And so the question that JJ asked is, what is it going to be going forward?
Keep copying and pasting that.
Yeah.
The question is, what is a college athlete now?
Yeah.
It's not, what it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going back to that, man.
As
college
much,
sports has passed you by.
And I'm not going to lie. I think the majority of fans would favor his model.
And I agree with that. But that doesn't matter.
I know
that's the reality of it.
Yeah. No,
they don't care what you think.
Yeah. Yeah. So HB, I don't know that you're wrong in what you think or what you would like or what you recall or what you enjoy. Where you're wrong is it's just not going to be that way going forward. So the question that JJ asked is the softball question of the week. Isn't that softball of a question because it's got quite a curve to it. That was wonderful in 1997. And now it's 2027, 30 years later. We're not going back. They're not going to require you to sit out a year every time you transfer and you can't transfer. They are getting paid. They are transferring. There are more eligibility issues. You know why? Because the courts have decided such. And so now what, moving forward, HB, I'm not mad at you. I'm going to tell you, I think the majority of fans probably agree with you.
With the money that's involved when it comes to television contract, what these big time conferences are doing with football, do you ever think it's going to get to the point where they are affected by fans turning off college sports?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, I've told you that I think there's going to be well, we'll get into this next because I think there's a level of erosion of the fan bases. Yeah, I do. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Hour.
This is a Westwood One.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
And AM 610 KNML, the sports animal. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Interesting conversation, man, and it's happening all over the country. What is a college athlete? They better figure it out, Jeff. All right, yeah. Who the hell's they? Who? The Alabama Supreme Court, the NCAA, the conference commissioners, HB, you, me, who? Who's they? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Got into it a little bit on the Charles Bediako thing. The Alabama basketball player who played in the G League for 2 years and had a 2-way NBA contract and now wants to play college basketball. And I mean, the easy answer is, well, no, dude, he played pro ball. Oh, okay. But you've got guys, Grand Canyon's got one, New Mexico has one, guys who played professionally, wherever it happens to be. Should they be college athletes? Bourne says, I disagree with that caller, Jeff. I couldn't watch 5 seconds of the so-called Olympic. To me, the Olympics are watching a guy or gal that grew up in penniless Cambodia, living in a giant clamshell, now walking off the court with a gold championship belt and bobsledding or whatever. These Olympics are full of mercenaries, too. They have mega NIL deals. Best training, the best facility. All right. I mean, that's the beauty is, or probably Barney Miller reruns or something.
So Olympians never trained at good facilities before?
Yeah. Yeah, they always traded dirt fields with no shoes and pulling cow.
Now, I only like my athletics if there's a struggle involved. Started from the bottom, now you're here.
All right, let's go to you. 505-246-0610. Let's go. Anthony, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Anthony.
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen?
Life's
so
grooving.
I agree with JJ. As long as these Power Sport conferences are paying $3, $4, $5 million a year for athletes, guys who play pro are going to want to come back, right?
Yes.
That's just a better opportunity for them to go back to college and make that kind of money. And I believe we're probably about a year or two away from NFL players who come out after their junior year, who have 1 year left of eligibility, getting cut and thinking, well, maybe I can go to Alabama and make $1.5 million for 1 year, or $2 million at Oregon. So I think we're just a year or two away from NFL players wanting to come back. But I agree with you guys. I don't see how the NCAA gets away with telling players who played pro in Europe they're eligible, but playing pro in the United States you're not eligible. I think what they have to do, and I don't think they're ever going to do it, is they're going to have to make all these college athletes employees. And once you make them employees, then you can go ahead and put restrictions on them as far as, like, maybe you can say, if you're past 2 years of your high school graduating class, you're not eligible. Make these guys make a choice. Either do I go pro out of high school or do I go to college out of high school? But, I mean, until they make them employees, they're going to keep going to court and they're going to keep winning because they're going to have the right to make and earn a living. So, but the Power Four conferences are the ones that make all the rules. They're like the big market teams like the Cowboys and back in the day, and, the Raiders and the LA Rams, the teams that have to get together and actually make the rules for to have, what is it called, salary caps and stuff like that. So if you don't get those schools involved, then it's never going to change.
I'll even argue that it's the Big Two. I mean, it's the SEC and the Big Ten that are making the rules. The ACC and the Big 12 are kind of, okay, whatever they want. Because, I mean, that's where it all is. And I think you're dead on. Because somebody's going to have to explain the difference to me. A guy who played in the G League as opposed to a guy who was in training camp with the Raiders or the Falcons. You got to explain the difference to me. He didn't play in the NFL, really. He just was in training camp. He got cut. Can he come back and play for the Lobos or Alabama?
They keep losing in court.
Yeah.
That's why they keep losing in court, because you can't really explain that. And like I said, unless the money has to be less in college than the pros. And until it's less, you're going to hate having guys come back.
Well, at some levels it is. At some places it is.
If you're making minimum 180 in the NFL, why wouldn't you go back to Alabama for 1 year and make $3 million?
Look, why do you think that guys are staying in college longer now? Because they're making more money playing college ball than they are in the G League or going overseas or even as a free agent in the NBA. And JT Toppin's the example, man. He stayed in the NBA in college ball, reportedly got $4 million to stay at Texas Tech because he was projected to be below, I think, 15 or 16 in the NBA draft, and that was the cutoff where he would have made that much money. So they're making more money in college. So you could argue the college game is better now because there's better players in the college game. I mean, if you're looking for a positive coming out of this, that would be your argument. But everything you're saying is dead on right. Why? I mean, they're looking to make their money. They got a small window. They realize, wow, I'm not good enough to play at the top level of pros. And so let me maximize my value now and let me sue because I'm going to probably win. I can play college ball.
And then you can always go back to pro.
If you can.
These guys will always have an opportunity after college. If they come back to college, make the $4 million, they'll still have the opportunity to go play overseas, play somewhere else, and still make a living. Go back for 1 year, 2 year, get the big salary. Like I said, it's not going to change until the money in college is less than the money in pros.
All right,
There's got to be some kind of salary cap. They got to get together and figure out. And I don't understand how, like, Rutgers and Colorado, all these schools are just going into debt because they're trying to keep up with the Big Two, like you said. They're trying to keep up with those two, and they can't do it. And it's just going to come to a point where we're watching 40-year-olds wear the University of Mexico's uniform and don't even have to go to class.
100%.
That's
Thanks,
coming next, right? They're not going to have to go to class. They're going to be like, why?
I'm not sure they do, man. Who is the?
Let's figure out a way where I don't have to do that.
Yeah, I appreciate you. No, thanks. And I think it's already happening, dude. We're talking about most of these guys are taking online classes and I mean, supposedly there's some academic eligibility issue rules. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Devastatingly handsome, tragically brilliant, and today more than ever, painfully accurate. Anthony just reiterated everything I've been telling you for about 2 years.
You're not the only one now. I mean, come on now. It's not like you just pulled it. You know, you're not the only one, but you have been saying it. But you're certainly not the only one.
I have been saying it. Now, my goal is not to be right. My goal is to get it right. That's the quote from Colin Cowherd. Hey, what do you think the attendance is going to be at UNM San Diego State this weekend, Jeff and JJ?
Well, it's sold out. They're going to 15.
What is it, 16,000?
I think it's going to be 15. What is it, JJ? 15,541 or whatever the number is. Yeah.
There's a reason I ask. So make no mistake, and we like to romanticize the past, myself, just as anybody else. Nice Barney Miller reference, by the way. So for years, we've seen teams like the Albuquerque Silvers, the Roadrunners, and I don't know all their names, right?
Yeah.
And we said professional minor league sports would never make it in this city. What do you think you're freaking watching right now, Lobo fans? You're watching minor league professional sports. You're watching minor league professional sports, the 15,000 that are going to go this weekend to watch the New Mexico Lobos play the San Diego State Aztecs. It couldn't be more clear, right? Whether people want to admit it or they, cognitively can't get there yet, you're watching minor league professional sports in college. So this country was built on free enterprise. Everybody's freaking out because things are collapsing. Well, things do collapse, and then they reorg and they reform, and they take on different places in their structure. I think that it's going to collapse even more, and there will be a place for sports organizations like UNM and New Mexico State and UTEP and so on and so forth, right? Maybe. They'll have their place. It may not be the place where you want to be, but you'll have a place. I just used the Google machine, and you referenced Tompkins. It says in the NBA first-round pick, the first pick gets about $13.8 million a year for over 2 years. The 30th pick gets $2.5 million a year, which validates your point. Toppin makes more as playing at Texas Tech at $4 million a year than had he gotten drafted in the NBA, draft.
That's why he stayed
late in the first round. So you were dead on that. I'm going to take it even further, guys. But the more differentiation we get in college with quote unquote college sports, let's say a decade from now, right? And there's already a model for this in Europe with the European Soccer League. Let's just say Ohio State wins a couple of national championships. Let's just say they don't have a game or two against the AFC North. Let's say Alabama wins a couple of championships. Who's to say they don't play a game or two against Carolina Panthers or Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I'm telling you, people need to reset their mind and forget what they know.
It's hard
because we are in a new era, and I'm okay with it, right? I think it's great because things deconstruct, and if it provides better entertainment value, the past was amazing. We have great memories, and let the past lie where it is. But we're moving forward at a rate that...
Hold on. What was the spinoff from Barney Miller? Do you remember? Where the hell did he go? Dang it.
Right. He didn't want the smoke.
Yeah, he didn't want the smoke. The spinoff from Barney Miller. All right, what do we got here? Rudy, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Rudy.
The spinoff was Fish.
That's correct. Remember the star?
Yeah.
Abe Vigoda.
So Abe Vigoda was great. He was great in The Godfather, too. I want 10-cent McDonald's burgers.
I do too.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I kind of do too. Although they, the only reason I ate them were they were 10 cents, but
yeah. When everybody wants the past because the past seems to have some kind of nostalgia. But it was funny because I was arguing with a friend of mine, and she wanted to live in the 30s, and she's talking to my mom. She goes, "No, you didn't." Well, the gas lamps. And my mom said, how many of my friends got blown up by those gas lamps? And we didn't even have gas lamps. We didn't even have electricity in New Mexico in the 30s and 40s. It wasn't until the 50s. So you want to wax nostalgic, but you don't want to live back in those days because you want all the modern convenience, And for me, the only constant is change. And you either accept it or you live your life going, get off my rocks,
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm all for people making as much money as the market will bear. I think what's going to happen with NIL as you go forward is people are going to start pulling back, and you're going to see some reduction because you unless you're a billionaire and you just don't care, the guy that's funding Texas Tech, but he might wake up one day and say, you know what? I don't want to keep spending all this money. I paid JT Toppin, and then he blows his knee out, and now we're not even probably going to make 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament. So there's value, but there's also reflection, and there's also, in going forward, resetting of market. And the only thing that's going up right now is gold. But a lot of people just want to bang on kids. Hey, if I was 18 years old and I could make $1 million, what I'd hope is I had the good sense to know what to do with it, right?
Well,
not blow it, not buy a Lamborghini. And
well, first of all, your $1 million would be $800,000, and then it would be taxed. So it would be about $450,000, and that's what you're getting because your agent's taking 20%, Uncle Sam's taking his 38%, and so you're getting about $450 of that $1 million.
Yeah, it's like when I was in business, every dollar that you make, you hack 60 cents off of it, and you try to hang on to maybe 30 cents when it's all done because there's all the other stuff in there. So I'm just looking forward to Saturday. Check your seat so you wear your white if you're in the white section, wear your red if you're in the red section, and let's just go Lobos and have a great time. This is a celebration, and if it's the last time we play San Diego State, so be it. I can't do anything about it. Jeff, you can't do anything about it.
Nope.
Nobody can do anything about it except the powers that be, and maybe someday they will figure this out. I just rail at thinking that Cincinnati's going to get into the NCAA tournament with a losing conference record, and I think that's what they have to address. I think I don't care what conference you play in, if you can't be at least 500, you don't get into the NCAA tournament. That's just ridiculous.
That's a whole nother argument. All right, man. Enjoy the day.
Figure.
All right, see ya. All right, we got a break. 505-246-06. I've said that before. I know you disagree with me.
I'm on the other side of that.
Yeah, I know you. All right, shoot your shot on Prize Picks. Get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's right. Prize Picks is offering you $50 in lineup when you play your first $5 lineups when you sign up. It makes every play, every game, every dunk, every score that much more exciting. So don't miss your chance to get started on America's #1 sports app for sports picks. And I've been playing. I'm looking at tonight. What do you like for tonight? You got Jalen Brunson at Cleveland. He's going to get more or less than 3.5 rebounds. I mean, it feels easy. James Harden, 5.5 assists, more or less. Karl Anthony Towns, only 14.5 points tonight at Cleveland. You got good games tonight, and that's how you do it. It's simple to play. You pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you cash in. Pick from all your favorite sports. Baseball started, basketball, hockey, soccer, UFC, college basketball. You can even mix it up. Millions of people are playing on this app right now. Join them. Have fun. Maybe make a few bucks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code KNML. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. The code is KNML. $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
This is Unfiltered.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Network.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 5
FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
All right, we're going to the conference tournament. Hope you're going as well. The opening drive will be the Mountain West Conference Tournament in Las Vegas here in a few weeks. We'll be live from Vegas. I think Kenny's might be going as well. I think that's right. We're there. Well, I mean, we're there every year. We've been there. I don't even know how many years in a row. This show's coming up on 17. Were we 17 years old or 18 years? I think 18 years. Right? But I want to say thank you to the great sponsors, the partners who are making sure that we get there and are able to bring the content to you. Airport parking, safe, secure, and lowest price to park at Sunport. Sandia Resort Casino, close to home, far from ordinary. John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged. Frank's Supply Company, the complete source. Find every tool you need for every job. Frontier Restaurant, an Albuquerque tradition for red and green chili. Fresh flour tortillas and fresh sweet roll. And Eco Electric, your P&M authorized car charger installer. They're making sure that we are there for you and looking forward to being there for that. All right, interesting conversation this on what's eligible, what's a player, what's the evolution of college sports. I think the bottom line to all of it is the players are not doing anything that are outside the rules. You may not like a 23-year-old freshman. You may not like a guy that, you know, I mean, I don't know how you feel about Dayton Albury. You probably loved him the other night. Dayton Albury, I think, is on his 5th university, right? You may not like him until he's yours. You know, you don't like when guys transfer until, you know, they come in and Danny Granger becomes really good for you. Or Uriah, not Uriah. What was the big guy from Iona?
Oh, Nelly Jr. Joseph.
Nelly Jr. Joseph was there, but who are the big guys before that? The year before, right? I mean, all those guys are coming. You like them then, so the evolution is what it's not going to change. And as Edward said, I mean, change is going to continue. Geddy Lee said, changes aren't permanent, but changes. And I don't want to be this guy, but I will. HB, he's the guy who sent us the email about, you know, it used to be that a guy comes in, pimply face, and he's there 4 years, and yeah. And I'm going to argue that majority of people think that, or wish, how about that? Wish that's the way it was. It's not. And if you're unable to get on board with the evolution, then college athletics might not be for you anymore. And that sucks being in a town like this where it is the thing, right? But it's not going backwards. You're not going to see NIL go away. Transfer might get reeled in a bit, but it's not going to get reeled in a lot. And I say that, JJ, where I think there is an appetite to somewhat curb to make it, and I don't know how they're going to do this legally.
Yeah, 4 teams in 4 years, stuff like that. It's just
But
a
how do you
bummer.
do it? Because if you're a regular, and this is the argument, okay, and I've sat in meetings on this. If you, as JJ Buck, as a regular student, can go to New Mexico this year and transfer to Michigan next year and transfer to Baylor the year after, and then you say, I want to go to Nevada. As a student, you are able to do that. So why are we restricting, and can we legally restrict athletes from doing that? And I would argue the answer is no, they can go to school wherever the hell they want. But they get one free transfer to play athletics, because athletics isn't a right, not that being a student is, but athletics is a privilege afforded to some students. This would be my argument. I'm not an attorney. And so there's one free transfer. It doesn't work where you are. But because of the investment that these universities are putting into the student athletes, that every transfer after that, you have to sit out a year. I don't know how that plays in court.
Yeah, it's on the list of things to discuss. First and foremost to me is it's not about what money you're getting, how many times you can transfer, is what is eligibility. Do JUCO years count towards your D1 clock? How long should that D1 clock be? And what professional leagues, if any, mean you can't be a college athlete? That has to be figured out first.
And I think if any is the key term there, right? If any.
And that's across the board, because I have been joking about it for a while now. I know Anthony brought it up earlier. Like, if I'm looking at dudes that, if I'm a football team, heck yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
I don't know why it hasn't
Who went
happened
undrafted?
yet. I don't know why it hasn't happened.
Do I have some money in the back pocket to bring this guy into my, like, it should be that way. If basketball is doing it, other sports can do it until they tell you what eligibility is. That's the number one thing college athletics has to figure out.
Say a quarterback leaves Louisville. I'm just picking a random school because they usually have good. Goes into the draft, doesn't get drafted. Or, all right, so he goes to the draft, doesn't get drafted, signs a free agent deal with the Arizona Cardinals. I'm just picking a team, and goes through camp and gets released in August. Can Louisville or New Mexico or New Mexico State say, you know what? I got some NIL budget for you. Come on in. Here's $1 million. Be my.
Why the heck not?
He left early as a junior. Still has a year of eligibility left. Hasn't played pro. Well, he played in a preseason game. Never played in a real game like the 23-year-old freshman played seasons of professional basketball in Croatia.
Now, that's what, once you figure that out,
yeah,
then you'll have the trickle down of how many years you can play. Then it takes who's wanting to try to come and get in and play. What are your decision you're going to make after high school? Like, they have to figure out what is the college.
You tell me why that hasn't happened yet.
It's because everything goes to court. Because they don't have any entity right now. The entity was just kind of there talking, and the president's like, yeah, we'll expand this, we'll look at that. But there's no one that's just sitting down able to, hey, let's make a decision about what this is, because everything's just fought in court. Even if they sat down and tried to make a decision, how would they pass that with student athletes now, because they're not employed?
All right, speaking of a transfer, maybe your favorite transfer, Donovan Dent hit that winning drive. If you saw it, UCLA beat Illinois the other day. I guess it was Saturday night. Took it length of the court, 4.5 seconds to go, took the inbounds pass, hit a reverse layup. Bruins with a huge win over 10th ranked Illinois. Lobo Hobo says on Donovan Dent, WTF, Jeffrey. I was watching that game with some folks. I told them, I hope Illinois scouted Lobo basketball because Shane Donovan was going to go the length of the field like he did 3 to 4 times last year. How many calls did the OD get last year screaming, why did the opponent stop the ball? Sure enough, the Illini let him go to the rim. It shows even teams with big budgets, a consultant for this and a coordinator for that, can still have lousy scouts. I mean, You know why? I don't think he's done it this year for them, right? They kind of, I mean, their go-to has been Bilodeau.
Blew a 23-point lead at Illinois.
Yeah, he did. And where do you want me to go? You want me to break?
Yeah,
Or
break.
take the call? All right, we'll take the call when we get back. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
95 point.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThread, proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThread.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red, or green.
460-610. Grady, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Nostalgia spoilers of the OD and the AM. What's happening?
All right, I got to ask you this. Do you remember Barney Miller and the spinoff Fish? Are you of that ilk?
I am of that ilk and that age.
That was a great show. The first one was Fish wasn't as good, but Barney Miller.
Yeah, Barney Miller was fire.
Yeah.
Barney Miller was absolute fire.
Yeah.
You know, I chuckle at, you know, all these folks opining away for the good old days and, you know, and they're mercenaries and this and that. And, you know, I wonder, and just pure speculation here, I wonder if the fact that athletes today aren't in a position to where, oh, they have to just, you know, grovel and settle for, oh, thank you for the scholarship, thank you for the steak at the training table, whereas now they realize that, hey, they have a valuable skill set and there's a market for it, and they're out there in the market trading their skill. So I wonder, but I'll say this, and it's cool to, you know, banter about all the solutions and how we change it. Until coaches are not in the hot seat or under constant pressure to win,
which is going to be never.
Exactly. It's never going to happen. So if you're telling a coach, hey, look, you got to win in 2 years. This is the SEC or this is the Mountain West or this is insert conference here, and you got to win in 2 years or you're done. Well, then, of course, they're going to take a flyer on some kid that's been in five programs in 5 years, whereas if they didn't have that immense pressure, maybe they wouldn't, because that does send up some red flags. But this kid's been bouncing around from program to program to program.
It doesn't, though. It doesn't anymore, Brady. It used to. Do you think it sends up red flags anymore that a kid is bouncing around? I don't even know what the red flags are anymore. Like it used to be.
Just from the standpoint of the type of player, is this player again? Is this the player the type that once it gets tough he bounces, or hey, is the next team over in the other conference going to give him $10,000 more? Is he going to leave? So
that's real.
Coaches, you know, there are things that, you know, unless coaches are incentivized to, hey, we'll give you a bonus for keeping the roster together or 80% of the roster or whatever, this is always going to be a problem. I don't hear anybody here calling in saying, well, let's sacrifice some wins to make sure that we don't deal with any of these mercenaries. No. I mean, so as long as you're putting the pressure on these coaches, they're going to be out there trying to get the now player to help them win now. And that has created the demand for these kids to do that. I mean, it's simple supply and demand. You know, Edward loves to talk about just simple economics. And I'm telling you, that's really what it is. And until there is a disincentive to take a flyer on a kid so the coach can save his job, it's not going to change. So we can opine away and cry and complain about it, but unless the fans stop wanting wins and they start wanting just rosters of pimply-faced kids from 18 to 21, it's never going to happen. And it's, quite frankly, it's foolish to wish it would.
Look, you're 1,000% right. Patino used to talk about it all the time on this show, right? He used to talk about, you know, it's year to year. I can't worry about next. I don't know who's going to be here. Like, look at this team now. As much as people are in love with this team, and there's everything to like about this Lobo basketball team, right? Everything to like about it. Luke Hopp's going to be done. He runs out of eligibility. But everybody loves, right, Jake Hall. And everybody's got the same fear. Where's he going to be next? How can we afford him for next year? That's why it literally is not anymore. Well, we got him for 3 more years. And HB, love that. And I think that's a great memory. And I'm glad your guy told those people at UTEP. And Royce was here for all those years. I mean, I don't know where Jake Hall's going to be next year. I think he's going to be wherever Eric Golan is going to be next year. Oh, and that's a whole nother can of worms, right?
Yep. If I got to win, I got to be in a place where I can win. And if I can't win in this place, I got to go to the next place. And that is a function of listening to the fans. That is a function of responding to the fan demand to win.
Good to hear you, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate the time.
All right, Les is already in, said I couldn't disagree with Grady more. His call wasn't even done, and he couldn't disagree with him more. He says, I'm all in for folks making money. I hope even Grady cashes. But it should be done in the D-League or the DC Gladiators, not as an amateur college student athlete. There's a big difference between a guy or a gal, a cot, and 3 hots a day wearing the uniform of the local uni like it used to be, and then receiving a pallet of George Washington. Les, you're right. There's a big difference. The difference of 30 years ago and now. And again, Les, I appreciate the tone of your note. I just, the amateur student athlete who's getting a scholarship, a place to stay, and 3 meals a day as their compensation for playing college basketball, it's gone. Don't get mad at me. I didn't make the rule. Like it used to be. That's what it says right there. I understand what it used to be. Moving forward, I don't even think that's the, like, if we're still on that issue, we're so behind. I think the issue now is who's eligible. Who's eligible to entertain you and play college football, college basketball? Is it the guy who played X number of years professionally and picked your league around the globe? Is it the lady? I mean, because ladies too, right? There's ladies professional leagues. What if somebody plays a year in the WNBA and then gets cut? Can she come back? Honestly, what if a student athlete leaves after a junior year, that goes to WNBA, plays a year, gets cut? Can she come back and play college ball?
And file a lawsuit.
I mean, you tell me what's the difference, right? 3 years playing in Croatia or the Euro League or the G League. That's the conversation. If you're still stuck on they're getting paid or they're transferring, you guys like that ship is so beyond sailed. That is deep, deep, deep into the void. They are going to get paid. Enjoy it. Make your money. Don't get mad. Because this thing ain't coming back. And you know, I'm not sure anybody thinks it. All right, John's in on hockey. By the way, fellas, the USA men's hockey team is going to be on TV tonight. State of the Union speech with President Trump. How cool would that be? USA, USA. The hockey team got that awesomely beautiful shot to the back of the net for the 2-1 win. It was just as great to watch as the Dodgers winning the World Series in Game 7. Different sport, I know, but what a thing of beauty to see on my 4K HD TV. 12 gold for the USA. Not bad. It's from John in the Duke City. Where you been? All right. Did I miss any of these? I just want to make sure I got you everything you need. At least we got off the bathrooms talk as far as, you know, where
do you go to the bathroom?
Where can you pee as a play-by-play guy? Les wants to know. Oh, that's not it. This is not Les. It's Sarah wants to know. That was embarrassing, Jeff. Why does Air Force even play the Lady Lobos? I would just forfeit and use the extra time to rest and prepare for the conference. How bad was that game?
Well, UNM won by 20. Convincing victory. Did a great job limiting Lonnie Perry. Just 1 of 14 shooting. Coming in, averaging 22 points over the last 6 games. They did a great job.
1 of 14. All right. Yeah, I mean, the Lobo men beat them by 42, right? Like 39, maybe that was the number. 30. Yeah, I did. All right, Gene says, Frank, don't hit send. Jeff Lobo baseball is likely to have great success this weekend. St. Thomas, who is sitting at 177 in the RBI right now. I don't want to read about the sweep on Monday. You don't have to read it. They're going to put it out. Again, Gene, that's his job. He's going to tell you how great a start it is. Best start ever. The problem is, potentially, okay, this is where the problem might lie. Because they're not, are they getting tested by Fordham, by Northern Colorado, by St. Thomas Lobo baseball? Look, we had Jason Hooten on yesterday. New Mexico State's basketball. They started out 6-0. They played Highlands and Northern or something, and then, you know, they beat the Lobos. Played some games, and you're all right. Are we gonna have this conversation 2 months from now? Well, remember when they were 11-0 to get started, Jeff, or 12-0, and they're in the middle of the pack. That's when right. Gus says it's time, Jeff. Just like you put out the bat signal last week, it's time for Jason and Jerome to return to the opening drive. It's time for Albuquerque's baseball team to start winning. If longtime dogs like soccer and Lobo football can have successful seasons, why can't the Isotopes do the same? That's all over the place. I don't know what that's. It'd be nice to have a nice season. It would be. And by the way, Jason, I mean, we had your coach on yesterday. I haven't had an email from Jason in 2 months, it feels like 3 months.
You okay?
I don't know, man. I mean, I want to do a welfare check. I just don't know how. I guess I could probably find an old email if I haven't got rid of them all. Because my inbox is always full, so I've always got to delete everything. All right, we'll wrap it when we get back. 505-246-0610. Your emails still can come in. Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. I ask you this, fellas, and I'll ask the ladies as well. How are you feeling? I ask because I care and because I can offer some help. If you're tired, sluggish, fatigued, gaining weight, losing muscle, struggling to focus, men and women, the team at Vita Vital Medical is here to help. They're Albuquerque's experts specializing in testosterone replacement therapy, ED solutions, peptide therapy. All of this helps you restore your strength, your energy, your confidence, your performance, and you become you again. They're local, right here in Albuquerque. They know what works because it's proven all around the world, and they help you get back in the game and feel better. The program is focused on you. This isn't you walk in, say, hey, I don't feel good. What do you got? You get a shot or a pill or whatever, and one size fits all. That's not how this works. They take the time to understand you and your goals and your body and what you're feeling and what you want, and then they create a plan tailored specifically for you. So don't sit on the sidelines anymore. Take action today and feel better now. The number is 505-240-8559. 505-240-8559. They're online at VitaVitalMedical.com. That's V-I-D as in David A, V-I-T as in Thomas A-L. VitaVitalMedical.com, and get back to being the person you know you are. Men and women, feel alive again with Vita Vital Medical, Albuquerque's hormone health expert.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Network. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell. The question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
TurboThread, proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThread.
International Protective, a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletes. IPS provides residential and commercial security service in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is...
I mean, heck, we've been doing this show 17 and a half years. We used to do this Eating with the Animals lunch, and he came out once, and Armando was a special caller. He came out and met him. He was the lunch thing. I think we did a Wreck Hamburgers. And then I was down in El Paso on a bowl visit, and I was with Steve Kaplowitz, who does sports talk radio down in El Paso. He was on a remote out at an establishment there. And so I went out and I sat with him, and Armando was there at his show too. But I think that's the last time I've seen him, and it's been years on that. All right, what do we got? 505-246-0610. Robert, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Robert.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, I do remember Armando. I used to like to listen to his calls. Yeah. But what I was going to comment on is the age of some of these basketball players in the NCAA. I just kind of Googled it, and the oldest player right now is playing at a small college in Green Bay. He's 29 years old.
Basketball?
Yeah, he's playing NCAA basketball, 29 years. He was in the Navy for like 5 years and came back. The oldest woman in NCAA right now, basketball, is 43 years old. And there's a number, maybe 8 to 10 players that are 25, 26 years old. But when you talk about Bullion, yeah, he's one of those that is really, you kind of wonder if that's really fair to allow him to play in college basketball. And it was evident against the Air Force. He just really, it was like a man against boys, playing against boys. So it was, I don't agree with it, but I agree with your callers earlier. And, we have to accept it. And if we don't like it, find another sport or just get out of it altogether. But that's just the way it is nowadays. And we need to learn to accept it and go with it. Hey, you guys have a great day.
You as well. Yeah, I think that sums it up best. I didn't know there was a 43-year-old woman playing. I don't know if that's an advantage or a disadvantage. So how do you feel about somebody who came out of high school and did 5 years of service right out of high school, never went to college, never played ball? Should that person be able so let's say they graduated 18, they come out of the service 23, 24 years old. Should they have a right to go back to college and play ball? Is that different? Is that 5 years to play 4 coming right out of high school, or did you burn it in the service? I don't think somebody should be penalized for serving our country.
Or you look at Daniel Hughes. He was a 27-year-old punter for the Lobos.
Yeah. Now he's at Florida State. He just transferred again. He's making a bunch of money down there. Yeah. So look, and this goes back again to who is they and who's going to figure it out. But as it is now, it's wide open, and I think it's like anything else. You're going to push the boundaries as far as you can until you can't. And that's how you test the boundaries, right? Your kids do it. Your kids push and push and push until you put your foot down and they know where the limits are, right? It's like, that's what's going to happen here. You're going to keep pushing and pushing and find a guy that can help you. And again, tell me the difference between a guy who played in the G League, Pro League, a guy playing in the NBA. What if a dude plays 2 years in the NBA, came out after his freshman year, can't make a team, and he come back and play? Somebody's going to push that boundary, right? Until you put up the wall, the perimeter, the boundary, the specific, tell me why that person can't play. Like you and I both think logically why that person can't play, but where this is going, the precedents that are being set, explain to me why that's different. Well, that's the highest league in the world as opposed to the Croatian league. Oh, no, that's okay. The G League, well, that's okay. Tell me why.
Tell me why. Yeah, the first and foremost, they got to figure out what is a college athlete. The one thing they've been able to at least do over the last couple of weeks is just say, hey, if you've been in the NBA, no. But
wait till someone sues on that, though.
There's already, Ace Bailey's trying to come back to college, and he's been not Ace. What is one of they play? I believe it's Bailey's last name, but he's already trying to come back. He's 27 years old.
Okay. How many years did he play in the NBA?
He's bouncing around for a little bit, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to go back and do that now."
Well, I mean, think about it, right? So what if you play your freshman year, you're one and done. Let's just say your second round pick, you play 2 years in the league, you get cut. So that would have been your freshman. You played your freshman, sophomore, junior, you were in the NBA. I'd still have a year left. I'm going to go back and play at Alabama. I'm going to go back and play Texas Tech because they're offering me $4 million. I played 2 years in, and I was in the playoffs too. I was with the Pistons. I played in the playoffs and was the seventh man coming off the bench. But now, I'm out, and I have the right to still make a living and take advantage of my name, image, and likeness. Why can't I? I'm suing because I got a lawyer, Ron Bell, or whoever it happens to be. Right? Who's on our air? Give me a lawyer that's on our air. Lasheen Vaya is an interview. Right? Tell me why that's different.
Time to jump on those cases.
But no, honestly, tell me how that's different.
I don't pretend to understand it. I pretend to understand a lot of things, but this one, I'm just like, hey, there's just lawyers. They're always going to sue, and until they're able to get on the same page where you can actually make rules that are enforced, as opposed to always losing in court, everyone has an opportunity.
All right. Lobos in Nevada tonight, 8:30 pregame, 9 o'clock tip over on News Radio KKOB. How's this play out? Close one, right? Jake Hall hits a baseline fadeaway, step back jumper.
Give him a little chicken wing.
12 seconds to go, and they win by 2.
I'll take it.
This is going to be an interesting one, man. Nevada's playing well. They got a lot to play for. They're coming off a win over Utah State. This is the. I mean, who the hell are they? Are they the team that lost San Jose a week ago, or the team that beat Utah State 3 nights?
The team that's right in between that.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Which is why it's going to be a very difficult game for the Lobos.
And New Mexico is, for the most part, avoided that road loss, right? That tough. Be interesting. All right, JJ's going to be in Logan tomorrow. Safe travels to you. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome Show is after that. Kenny Thomas is in with Unfiltered. Coming up at 4, you get the Lobo basketball game over on News Radio tonight at 8:30. Thank you to Jared Johnson. He is the general manager of the Goat Heads. He was with us today. Adrian, great stuff. I'll read that that text you sent me because it's an interesting one and I haven't thought about it. We'll get into that another day, maybe tomorrow. He is JJ Buck. I merely Jefferson Vietta. Big day for you, right?
Huge day.
All right, safe travels. Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Network.
your surprisingly great race? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective, a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletes. IPS provides residential and commercial security service in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce